Hello, everybody. Welcome to our webinar tonight. My name is Blake Hadley. I am the president and one of the founders of My Social Practice. Can everybody see and hear me okay? If you would like, feel free to use the chat function and chat in. Tell us where you're listening from, or where you're watching from. We'd love to see. Or if you're having any difficulties, let us know. We will be recording this webinar tonight, so if you miss anything or would like to watch it later, we'll send you an email afterwards so that you can have that and watch it later. Also, you will be on mute. If you're an attendee, you'll be on mute and remain on mute until the end, but feel free to send in any chat, any questions, and we're going to leave the last little bit of this hour to answer any questions you might have. So tonight's webinar is about how to create effective dental marketing videos with your smartphone. I will be spending the first 25 minutes. I'm going to be talking about the why of dental video marketing, the where and what to post, as well as effective short form video ideas for your social media accounts. And then I'll turn the time to Josh, and Josh will be talking the next 25 minutes. He's from the Art of Dental Marketing, and he'll be talking about the how of dental video marketing, techniques and apps to use for better videos, and effective website video strategies. And then, like I mentioned, we'll leave the last 10 minutes for any questions and answers you might have. All right, let me just tell you really briefly about My Social Practice and who we are. We are the #1 comprehensive social media marketing solution for dental practices. We've been in the industry for over 10 years now. We've worked with thousands of practices across the country. We've partnered with some of the top industry leaders to bring the best solution that we can to the industry. And we have one of the largest social media following in the industry. We really try to practice what we preach. We really dive into all the Facebook and Instagram and Google and all these online tools that are available to really understand them so we can bring that value to you. We've really grown our business through social media marketing. So first, I want to talk a little bit about why your practice should be focusing on video marketing in 2021. So a little bit of statistics for you. 66% of people say they prefer to watch a short video to learn about a product or service, and 18% would rather read an article, website, or post. 95% of a message is retained when obtained via video. That's what viewers claim, that they can retain about 95% of a message when they watch a video. And then 84% of people say they've been convinced to buy a product or service by watching a brand's video. Some results of people watching videos as a result of the pandemic. 80% of US consumers are now paying for streaming video services. That's up from 73% before the COVID-19 pandemic. Also, 78% of people watch video online each week, and 55% of people watch videos online daily. So it's crazy what this pandemic has done as people are in their homes more, spending time online, on social media, and consuming video content. As far as marketers, they did some research and some surveys among marketers, and they asked, does your business use video as a marketing tool? Now, the last about 4 or 5 years, video has increased so much more among marketers. They're producing more and more video. So you can see back in 2016, about 61% of companies were using video. And now in 2021, it's about 86%. Also, when asked what are the primary forms of media used within your content strategy, video was the top among all marketers. It beat blogs, infographics, case studies, ebooks, all these different types of lead generation tools that are out there. Especially HubSpot actually came out with this survey, and a lot of those tools are really popular in HubSpot, and they've been pushing those for a really long time. And video is still the top kind of lead gen tool for marketers. Also, when asked, does video give you a positive return on investment? You can see from 2015 to now, probably the last 4 or 5 years, marketers are saying that it's getting a huge return on investment. Back in 2015, it was about 33% of marketers said that it was providing that return on investment. 82% of consumer internet traffic, this is kind of the future of what they see what's gonna happen in video by 2022. They think that 82% of consumer internet traffic will come from online video. And by 2022, the number of videos crossing the internet per second will be close to 1 million. And video consumption through mobile devices rises by 100% each year. So people not only are watching video, but they're watching it on their phone. Nicola Mendelsohn, she is the VP for Facebook in many regions. She said the best way to tell stories in this world where so much information is coming at us actually is video. It commands so much information in a much quicker period. So actually the trend helps us digest more of the information in a quicker way. And this was actually said back in 2016. And in that same interview, she actually said that she felt like over the next 5 years, from 2016 to about now or next year, that Facebook would predict that she was predicting the end of the written word. She felt that video was just going to completely overtake Facebook and Instagram. And we have kind of seen that. We're about in that time frame, about now, 5 years. And video is a huge part of social media and the way people want to consume their media online. So now let's talk about which platforms should dental practices be focusing on for your video content. First, let's talk about YouTube. YouTube is powerful. It's under Google. It's the number 2 search engine online. And dental practices can have a very powerful strategy on YouTube. What we have seen the most is YouTube is used for hosting video to embed on your website or in your blog posts. It helps for being found through Google search by using keywords. You can see on this video here on the bottom left there, different keywords that were added to this video so that they rank better for different words when people search their area and different services. Often it's used for office tours, homepage videos, treatment videos, and testimonial videos. And mostly YouTube is in a horizontal format. Those videos are shot in a horizontal format. That's kind of how people are watching videos on YouTube. We haven't seen as many practices use YouTube for a place to try to get followers or get subscribers. Although some practices do focus a lot of attention on YouTube to try to get more subscribers, but we don't really see it as the most effective place to put your energy for video. YouTube actually released a beta version of a short form video platform called YouTube Shorts. And they released it in India. It's in India right now because India banned TikTok. And so YouTube stepped in and they released what's called YouTube Shorts. And it's getting 3.5 billion views a day in this India test run. So they're testing it out there and it's something to watch for. It may be coming here to the US soon. Google My Business. How can you use video on Google My Business? So if you're familiar with what Google My Business is, it's kind of that website before your website is what I like to call it. When people search you and they click on that little section on the right-hand side, it gives them a good overview of who you are, where you're located, your reviews, your hours. And so it's kind of that, it's really almost all the information they really need before even going to your website. So you can upload photos there and you can also upload videos there. So we have seen this section used for office tours, treatment explainers, testimonial videos. This is all very accessible content that adds to your overall brand. And it can differentiate you from the others as people are trying to search for different dentists in their area and as they're clicking through different dentists on the Google map. Also, it helps to optimize your Google My Business profile, which means better search results. So the more you can optimize that section over there by adding more information and photos and videos, Google likes that. So they're gonna rank your Google My Business page a little bit higher. So this is a great place to put video. Facebook. I'm gonna talk about all the different places where you can put video in Facebook. So first you have your cover photo. The cover photo is whenever anybody first comes to your Facebook page, it's kind of that first impression. And so it's a great opportunity to put a great video, a horizontal video up there at the top. And so this helps for homepage branding. No audio is necessarily needed on this. People can click on it and hear the audio if they click it, but it's not necessary. And it creates a really strong first impression. So this is a great place to use video. Next, your feed posts. Now, these are probably what you're most familiar with. If you want to post something on Facebook, you can add a little video in there, and those videos are permanent content. They're stored in your video library. So there's a little tab on Facebook that they can click on. They can see all the videos that you've uploaded there. It's really easy for people to share, react, click like or love, and they can comment publicly on these videos. So they could tag their friends. There can be an ongoing conversation on these videos, and that's really powerful for your marketing as well. Also, these videos can be boosted to local geographic area and they can also be turned into an ongoing ad. So if you post it there and you see that a lot of people are liking that content, you might want to consider boosting it so that more people see it, or you can turn it into an ad. So you can target different people in your area or people with certain interests. And that's a good strategy for using video on the feed. Next, Facebook stories. Facebook stories are mostly in a vertical format. They show up at so on the very left here, you see, this is my news feed, and now Facebook stories show up at the very top of the news feed. They last only 24 hours, and the engagement is private through Messenger. So if somebody clicks on it to watch your story and they want to like it or comment or say something about it, that's going to be sent to you directly through Messenger. People aren't necessarily going to see that you got likes on that content, but you'll see it privately. Facebook Live. You can get real-time public engagement through Facebook Live. And they've actually seen that engagement is a lot higher on Facebook Live if you go live. The video is saved to the library for viewing later. And like I mentioned, it produces 6 times as many interactions as traditional videos. Instagram. There's a lot in Instagram where you can host video. First, the feed posts. These are 60 seconds max in their length. The public engagement, they found that it's 21% more interaction than images. So if you post images on Instagram, if you post video, you're going to get 21% more interaction than just posting images. And that's because Instagram likes when you post video, because it requires that people spend more time on your post, which means more time on Instagram and the more time that they could advertise to you. So they really favor video content. Also, you can put hashtags on these feed posts in Instagram, and this really helps you to reach more people and be discovered. So if people follow different hashtags in your local area or different hashtags that you include on your posts, more people can see that follow those hashtags. Also, these posts can be promoted, like I mentioned, on Facebook, and these videos are then saved to your grid. So it's saved to this feed section called your grid, and people can scroll through that and watch those later. Next, IGTV. So IGTV is something that Instagram came out with a few years ago, I want to say. And the feed posts are 60 seconds, like I said, but these are up to 1 hour max for some accounts. You can actually post between like 10 and 1 hour posts on IGTV. When they launched this, they called it the future of video, kind of like this is like watching TV, but you're watching it now on your mobile device. And it's a place to put informational and educational content. So if you want to inform in long form content and talk to your patients and educate them on something, this might be a great place to do that. You can see this account here, Dr. Kate Talks. That's what she does. She just jumps on there and she either talks to dental students or talks to her patients. She tells them, just kind of talking to them and tells them about what's going on in their practice or offers advice. Instagram stories. These are 15 seconds each, but you can put a whole bunch of them together. They're gone in 24 hours, but you can then save them to your highlight section, which is at the top of your Instagram page if you'd like. They're shown at the top of everybody's feed, so they're really accessible. A lot of people are going to Instagram stories before they even scroll down into their feed. It's really, really popular content. They found that 70% of Gen Z and 59% of millennials watch stories. And it targets your current followers. So people that already follow you, you're going to start showing, you'll show up on those circles at the top of the page. And then they can then engage privately with you. So they can send you a message. You see that little area at the bottom that says send message, or they can react to your post. So it's not as good for reaching new people, but it's for targeting people who already follow you. Instagram Live. It shows up as the very first story. Whenever you go live, you can see here at the top of the page, it will say live with your icon there. It notifies the followers when you go live, which is nice. You can do live chats with other Instagram accounts. It'll do a split screen, as you can see here. And you can do it up to 1 hour max length. So this is another feature that Instagram has. And then last for Instagram is Instagram Reels. And this was released just recently. I believe it was just this last year, the end of this last year. These are 15-second long pieces of content. They're mostly fun, playful videos. They're focused on music, video effects, and really quick cuts. They're really gaining popularity fast. This is a really, really popular type of content right now that a lot of people are doing. And because it's new, Instagram is favoring it in their algorithm. So as you're creating these reels, there's a lot more chance that they'll be seen just because Instagram wants people to use it because it's a new feature. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about all of these, but I wanted to just tell you everything that's available to you. It's a little overwhelming. I completely understand. It was funny. I read an article. The CEO of Instagram actually said that he felt that there was too many different ways to create content on Instagram, too many different Reels, IGTV, all these different things. It's confusing people. And so they're going to try to consolidate it into one type of program and make it a lot easier for people to understand. So maybe that will help you. I know it's probably a little bit overwhelming. Okay, and the last platform is TikTok. And I wanted to address TikTok because I think it's a hot topic right now. You've probably heard about TikTok. These are 15-second long pieces of content. You can tell it's very similar to Reels because Reels copied TikTok and launched that. You can use this platform to create content to then post to Instagram or Facebook. So you can create the content here, download it, and post it to Facebook and Instagram. And that's what we're seeing a lot of practices doing. It's a really easy to use platform. There's a ton of things you can do with it. It's really fun. So people they're using Reels, but they're also using TikTok to create fun content and then posting it to your Facebook or Instagram account. And that's totally okay to do. Currently, it could be a valuable place to gain followers if you're an orthodontist or a pediatric dentist. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend this for just a general dentist. It's a younger demographic that's on this platform. But if you're an orthodontist or a pediatric dentist, it might be a good place for you to be. If you're telling your patients about it, they might want to go check you out on your TikTok page. And we're seeing some orthodontists. This is an orthodontist here called the Braces Guy. You can see he has 3.2 million followers. He gets tons of views on his account. People asking questions about what they should be doing, problems with braces or different things about straightening their teeth, and he addresses them. So it could be a good place for orthodontists and pediatric dentists. All right, so now what format and how long should most of my social videos be? Let me give you a few tips. And we're going to focus on this throughout the rest of my presentation. I would like you to focus on shooting vertically. Now, there is place for horizontal videos, and I think they're really important. And Josh is going to talk a little bit more about doing some great looking horizontal videos. And like I mentioned, YouTube, your website, there's different places you can put horizontal video. But for social media, I want you to focus on shooting your videos vertically. They found that 75% of people prefer to watch videos on their phone vertically. They don't like turning their phone anymore horizontally. This is how they hold their phone, and they want to watch it full screen. Video consumption on mobile is rising 100% each year. So more and more, like I mentioned, video is going to be seen on the phone. So that's a good reason for you to keep shooting vertically. Don't be boring. I know that's probably easier said than done and goes maybe without saying, but keep your videos to 1 to 2 minutes long. Audience engagement decreases after about a minute is what studies have shown. And on Facebook, you have about 1.7 seconds to catch someone's interest on their phone and 2.7 seconds on desktop. So the very beginning of your video has to catch their interest very quickly as they're scrolling through. And if you don't catch their interest, you've lost your chance. So you need to come up with something creative and fun and interesting and not be boring, and keep it short. It's very important that you are real and authentic. 2021 is the year for authenticity, and people appreciate authentic content. No more do you need to worry about creating the perfect set and creating perfect lighting and make sure you have your makeup perfect and you look perfect. It's more about being real and authentic, and consumers appreciate that more. 90% of consumers say authenticity is important when choosing the brands they like and support, and 83% of marketers agree that authenticity is very important to their brands. And then once you've created this content, post the same video everywhere. I get this question a lot. Should I just post it on YouTube and then share the link on Facebook? One place and then share. Should I just post it one place and share it everywhere? No, upload the content natively to every single one of your platforms that you use. That will favor the content on those platforms so more people will see it, and let people choose where they want to consume your content. That's the best strategy to do. Okay, so now I want to give you 10 effective social media videos that you can create and post today on your social media accounts. Some simple, short, non-boring, authentic type of videos. So number one, the idea is to answer an FAQ. This provides value. If you hear a question a ton, it will be popular content that will also get shared. So here's a couple examples of practices that have answered FAQ.
Hello, Dr. Sanders here. This is my daughter, Ava.
Hi.
A common question we get is, when should we first visit the orthodontist? The American Association of Orthodontics recommends first visiting an orthodontist at age 7. That's about when kids start losing their baby teeth and permanent teeth start erupting. At that point, we can evaluate if there's any problems with how the permanent teeth are coming in, as well as a child's bite and jaw position.
Okay, it's time for another FAQ. This is one we get a lot, and it's my child sucks their thumb or uses a pacifier, binky. When should I get him to stop? Great question. So here's the quick answer. By age 4. By age 4, we want to be done with any type of finger, thumb, pacifier, binky, whatever it is. Age 4 is the cutoff. Now, the sooner we can stop the less orthodontic problems there'll be, like an open bite or a really high palate or a cross bite on our back teeth.
So as you can see, they address the question very quickly and simply. One thing I like about this last video is he puts captions over the top of the things that he's saying. And it's really easy to do that in Instagram stories or all these tools that I talked about. And a lot of people don't watch their phone with the audio or watch their videos with the audio on. And so being able to just read the caption and know what you're saying is really important. So that's a little tip there. My number 2 idea is capture a reaction. These, in my opinion, are way better than testimonial videos because they're real and authentic. You could ask somebody to leave you to say a testimonial and record them. In my opinion, they're not authentic. It feels like it's staged. You've kind of set them up to say something about you. I don't think they're very exciting. They're kind of boring to listen to someone say, Dr. So-and-so is the best doctor and his practice is so great. It doesn't feel authentic to me. But if you can capture a reaction like this, after someone gets their braces off or after you do a veneers case or whatever it might be, this is a lot more effective. So here's a couple examples.
I didn't even open my mouth. Makes me want to cry. That's not okay.
Oh.
So these type of things happen in your practice all the time. Obviously, get permission if you to post this. You need HIPAA consent to post these type of videos, but these are way more effective than testimonial videos. Number 3, do a did you know video. Share a fun fact or dental related or non-dental related. Here are a couple examples.
Hello, my name is Mary, and did you know that studies have found Chinese licorice root to have natural antimicrobial properties which may prevent dental caries?
Did you know this practice was founded in 1998 by myself, Dr. Mark McComey, and my wife, Dr. Ellen McComey? And did you know that our building was actually a car dealership before it was a dental office? And we acquired it in 1998, and then in 2001 we expanded the building, made it into the office it is today.
All right, so there are probably a lot of little fun facts you can say just about who you are, or some dental related facts that people might want to know. Number 4, do a day in the life video. This will show the behind the scenes and transparency of what you do every day for your patients. And these are often done really well as time-lapse videos or videos that are really sped up. So here are a couple examples. A lot of practices are doing that to show how their safety protocols and what they're doing to clean their offices and the PPE that they're wearing. A lot of times they'll do it, showing them put on the PPE and taking it off and doing it fast. And it's just a way to communicate that safety is a top priority. Number 5, lip sync. Have a little fun by showing your playful side. And one of our favorite clients, Bright Inspired Dentistry, her name is Tracy Driver. She actually, a few years ago, she was on the Steve Harvey show because of these videos that she made. But she would just get with her patients and make little lip sync videos. So just kind of fun video content. A lot of these ideas are things that you can, if you sign up for TikTok, you can just scroll through and see a lot of these ideas, and you can copy them of people lip syncing different things that people say or different songs. And so that you can get ideas in that way. Number 6, explain a unique service. So if there's something that you do in your office that's unique to you, take a moment and explain what that is. Your patients may not know that you provide these things. So Summit Dental, they actually went live with this video about a cold sore treatment.
We are live at Summit Dental today. Dr. Scott Neal, tell us what we're doing today.
Today we're doing a cold sore laser treatment with our CO2 laser.
Awesome. And what will the CO2 laser do to the cold sore?
So a lot of people get cold sores. I don't think anybody likes them.
No.
Usually takes 7 to 10 days for that cold sore to run its course.
Okay.
The laser takes it at that first day and bumps it all the way to day 7, and then it heals from there. So it speeds up the process.
Awesome. And what can they expect after that?
Afterwards, it takes the kind of tingling and pain sensation away. It might be a little bit uncomfortable for an hour or two, and then after that, they're just on their way to healing.
Good morning, everyone. Today I want to talk to you guys about Botox, and specifically how we use it in dentistry. 2020 has been a very stressful year for most people. So one thing that we see a lot of patients coming in with these days is a lot of pain in their jaw muscles, and they're finding themselves clenching and grinding more, waking up with headaches in the morning. So I want to talk to you guys about how we can help and apply Botox for that specific problem.
I think a good way to do that is how she prefaced it. She said a lot of patients are coming in for this treatment. I think that creates some demand. It tells what people are wanting and that you provide the solution. So that's a good way to talk about it. Number 7, jump on the latest trend. There's always a new social media trend. As you know, now it's Bernie Sanders is everywhere on every single post, sitting as he was in the inauguration. But there's always something fun on social media. You might want to ask your team what they're seeing a lot of on social media and then copy some of these ideas. So this first one was actually a video that went crazy viral on TikTok. It was a guy that was going to work and he was on his skateboard and he was listening to Fleetwood Mac and drinking cranberry juice. And I don't even know how this went crazy viral, but a lot of people knew about it. And so this dental practice made a little, it copied the idea. And here's another one. This one's called This or That. It's a really easy idea. You put 2 different words at the top, and then you have people choose which word. So you can do this with your team. It's kind of fun. So how much more fun is it to talk about your team and who they are and the culture of your practice by doing a video like this and just talking to the camera, writing a post about it? Number 8, a product review or demo. Here's a couple examples.
Hi, I'm Dr. Stanford. I'd like to demonstrate the proper way to brush your teeth. First of all, you want to get a proper toothbrush with just straight bristles so that you can do a nice job and not hurt your gums. Secondly, you want to take a small amount of toothpaste, a pea size to be exact, on your toothbrush, and then you want to make sure that you can place that in your mouth properly at a 45-degree angle, like that, and brush every single tooth, because every tooth is important. Thank you for a demonstration.
I tried Quip electric toothbrush. Although it's marketed as an electric brush, it's really not electric or manual. It's somewhere in between. Think of it as a hybrid. With other electric toothbrushes, you should let them do the work for you. With Quip, you need to brush like normal. What I do love is their trendy marketing. If it gets you to brush better or longer, I'm happy.
All right, so I think people want to know your opinion or how you think you should brush, or different products you recommend. This is a great way to do it. Number 9, just have a dance party. Everyone is entertained when there's dancing. So this isn't for everyone. If you have someone on your team that likes to dance, it might be a fun way to explain some tips. And my last tip is just check in once in a while. Be authentic. Just tell your patients that you're thankful for them. If something's going on in your practice, a lot of practices did this when COVID, when the pandemic hit, and people didn't know what the practice was doing, so they would just come and they would tell their patients what was going on.
Good afternoon, this is Dr. Ford Gatkins with Accent Smile Center. I just want to say a very special thank you to all our incredible patients, friends and family that we have, and just so grateful and thankful for you.
Hi everybody, I wanted to hop on here and do a little video just to remind everyone that we are open for dental emergencies. I just wanted to go over what constitutes a dental emergency and also remind you that we are doing virtual consults now. So if you have any questions about your teeth, about your smile, about anything dental related, you can go on our website or the link in our bio and send us a video and a photo and we'll get back to you within a day.
So again, they aren't perfect lighting, they aren't made up. It's just them grabbing the phone, talking to their patients. So those are all my ideas. There are some obstacles that come up in your practice. We know these obstacles happen. We hear them all the time. We can't think of clever video ideas. We don't have the time to take videos, and I can't get my doctor and team on board to do these things. That's where we step in at My Social Practice. We help you with a schedule. We give you a plan, and we work with someone that's in charge in your practice to create this type of content. We send a box like this out to all of our practices every 2 months, and it has tons of ideas of what to do on social media. And we are also including video ideas in this box. So we'll give you a sign you can hold in your video. We'll explain exactly what to say in the video and how to do the video. We'll even give you a script of what to say in your video, and then you can create the little short video and send it to us, and we'll post it for you on your social media accounts and optimize it so that it reaches the most people. We also have a member site you can log into that has tons of video ideas and instructions of what to do, so you don't have to try to figure out what to do on your own. If you are interested in this, please reach out to me. My email is blake@mysocialpractice.com. You can visit us at mysocialpractice.com, or you can call us directly. We'd love to help you out with this type of content. So I went over a little bit on my time, so I am now going to turn the time to Josh from the Art of Dental Marketing.
Hey, Blake. Hey, everyone. And oh, that was a great presentation. Some great ideas there. I might have to do that dancing one because I definitely love dancing. So that's fantastic. Let me get my screen shared here real quick. Let's see. Hold on one second. Okay. Okay. We should be able to see that. All right. So yes, as Blake said, my name is Josh Stolberg. I'm the head of videography here at Art of Dental Marketing. Art of Dental Marketing is a team of dental marketing experts located here in Kansas City, Missouri. We focus on creating fast, video-based dental websites, as well as highly targeted local marketing campaigns. And we also specialize in things like web design, brand building, SEO, video marketing, content strategy, and a whole slew of other things. My main emphasis at Art of Dental Marketing is focused on creating powerful video marketing content for dental offices. So I travel everywhere in the US, and I work with dentists to create a promotional video presence that they can use on their websites and on their social media. So it's a pleasure to be here. I'm going to talk about the things that I've discovered and learned over the past 8 years of content creation. And at ADM, we have discovered a huge need in the dental marketing field, and that is video marketing. And that's what this whole webinar is about. So we created a course called Pocket Video Coach at Art of Dental Marketing that also doubles as a community where dentists and business owners alike can share their work and get feedback on it. So whatever videos you make, you can post it there, and you can get feedback from your fellow dentists, from other business owners as well. We have an Art of Dental Marketing face group, as well as a Facebook group for the Pocket Video Coach community. And you're welcome to join those groups and learn about different marketing tactics that we talk about. Because you've joined us for this webinar, we'll also send you links to the full Pocket Video Coach video course that I host, as well as a free ebook that goes right along with it. So, and that ebook and the course also goes more in depth into what I'll be talking about today. So stay tuned for that. You can also follow us on Art of Dental Marketing on all of our socials at Art of Dental Marketing and at Pocket Video Coach. And we're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I'll have those up at the end of the presentation as well. We release regular video content that helps you learn more about effective video marketing. So I'm so glad that you've decided to join us for this. This information is really for anyone who really wants to learn how to effectively create compelling video marketing content with their phone. And my goal is to give you a basic but very crucial knowledge on how to take your video marketing quality from just okay to outstanding. And my guess is it's going to surprise you how effective these tricks can be. So let's get into it without further ado. Here's what you have to know about making videos with your smartphone. It is way easier to get a handle on it than you think. So yay, really all you just need to know are some of the rules in order to get that sleek cinematic style that you want, and you'll be well on your way. So I'm going to go through some of that right now. So on the screen here, we're going to start with the why. Okay, there are two kinds of dental patients, and we want to reach both of them. First, we have the to-do lister. I like to call this person the to-do lister. And that's a person who sees a visit to the dentist office in a very cookie cutter kind of way. You know, they might have an appointment every 6 months, maybe every year, maybe every 2 years. It depends on how much they care about their oral health. But this person just sees a trip to the dentist as something on their to-do list. They don't really think much about it at all. Then you have the researcher, somebody who might need extensive work done, somebody who needs some crowns, maybe a whole smile makeover. This person wants to know exactly what they're going to get. So they will do their research. They will do their homework on who will be the best fit for them. And hey, maybe you are that perfect practice, but in order to reach them, we have to reach both of these people. And the way to do that is by building trust. Now, how do we build trust? Your future patients get to know you even before they set foot in your door via video marketing. It is powerful. I'm telling you, the whole point is to create a connection right off the bat. It will build trust. How do we get started creating video marketing content? Your phone camera, and we've been talking about this whole time, it will get the job done exceptionally well. So there are tons of apps that make your phone have the same functionality as a DSLR camera or any fancy camera like that. The app that I like to use is called Filmic Pro, and it can do all sorts of things from changing the aperture, shutter speed, the frame rate, the resolution. And if you don't know what those words mean, that's okay. We're gonna kind of get into some of that. And it's simpler than you might think. So stick around for that. And then also we have to tell stories. And we talked about this too, because stories are what people vibe with, right? I don't mean the Little Red Riding Hood kind of story. I just mean the basic structural components of a story: conflict and resolution. People think in conflict and resolution terms. Blake just touched on this at the end of his presentation too. You need to know the conflict and resolution of your practice, the points of your practice, and how you can position yourself as the solution in any which way you tell your story. So you need to know your patient's problems, and then you need to figure out how to present yourself as the solution there. Explain why you want to serve your future patient, how you can be trusted, what you stand for. So that's positioning yourself as the solution. Now for pre-production and gear, this is the technical stuff. You might want to take some notes on this. This is some good stuff. First, we're going to talk about lighting. Natural light is probably it is the cheapest. But a smartphone ring light works well too if you want to have more control over your lighting situation. Whatever the case, you need to have adequate lighting. When it's dark, your footage will look grainy because your phone will be trying to make up for lost light. So make sure that you provide plenty of light, but try to avoid hard shadows on the eyes, because I like to call them raccoon eyes and like a little nose mustache. You don't want lights shining straight down on you. So have your scene evenly lit. Then we're going to talk about sound and microphones. So really quick, wherever you shoot your video, do it in a quiet place. I remember back when I went to film school, my professor told me that sound is 80% of the fight to keep your viewers' attention watching. So listen to me, if you do not have good sound, your viewer will click away before you can even finish your first sentence. So that's very important. Make sure that you can get clear audio. There are many different routes that you can take for mics. A lot of times, if you are close enough to your phone, it can pick up decent audio. And that's great for those vertical videos that Blake was talking about, like TikToks and Instagram live videos and things like that. For more professional videos, and if you're making them regularly, you might want to invest in something like a smartphone lapel microphone. So make sure your mic, whatever it is close to your sound source. So a lapel microphone does a great job because it's right next to your mouth, which is the sound source. That way you can be heard as clearly as possible. Now for background, we want to avoid clutter and distractions. Make sure that the background isn't cluttered. Make sure that it looks good on camera because we want to present ourselves well here, right? Make it interesting though. You can make it interesting, but avoid making it distracting. I love saying that variety is the spice of life. That's like another one of my mottos that I live by. So try to get creative with where you shoot your videos. The same background can get boring after a while for your audience. Or worse, they think that you're uploading the same video over and over again by just looking at the video thumbnail. So we want to avoid that as well. Now for stabilization, it's important. Let me put it this way. You know, when you go to the movies and you watch a crazy apocalypse movie and it gives you a restless feeling when the cameraman is running through the crowd of terrified people and the camera's flailing all over the place? Well, we call that shaky cam, and it works for action movies, but you and I both know that having your patients feel restless is the last thing that you want to deal with. So this particularly pertains to more professional videos that you kind of want to have polished, not so much the TikToks or live Instagram live videos or anything like that. Although it really does help. Having stabilized video really keeps your viewer watching and not feeling so restless, because if they're watching your video and it's just a ton of shaky footage, they will psychologically become restless and associate that feeling with your office. So use a tripod if you can, or if you look on Amazon, they also sell gimbals for smartphones that work phenomenally well too, if you want to get some gliding shots or moving shots for that nice, sleek, cinematic B-roll. And we'll talk about the B-roll in a second. That's a pro tip right there. Stabilization is very key. Now for stock music and video. Stock music is something that I highly recommend using for your videos. And one thing to watch out for though is copyright infringement. You don't want that, but there are easy ways to find music to use. For free music, I personally like to just go on Google and type in no copyright background music, and you will be amazed at the hundreds of results that pop up. And a lot of them work really well for background music for videos. If you want a cheap, if you're paying a cheap royalty fee, I recommend websites like Audio Jungle and artlist.io. If you're not able to get all of this down just yet, like on paper or anything like that, have no fear, because it's all in the ebook and it's in the video module series that we'll be sending you as well. So have no fear there. Then the whole thing with music, having background music, really helps keep the viewer invested. It ties together a lot of the dialogue in your videos. So definitely try to use it. Now, resolutions. We're into the technical setup now. Always try to film in a resolution of 1920 by 1080p or higher. This is a resolution size of a screen. It looks like a rectangle, like your phone horizontally specifically. That's the standard of quality, and your image should be clear. That's for your professional videos that you want uploaded, for your, like maybe your bio videos or testimonials, things like that. For vertical video, you just switch those two numbers. It's 1080 by 1920, and that's your vertical video. That's great for Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, Facebook stories or anything like that. You can also film in 4K, and it will look awesome. It will look so great, but make sure that you just know that it takes up space on your phone rather quickly, because it's about 4 times the size, either 2 or 4 times the size of that standard 1920 by 1080. So just be prepared for that. Then frame rate. Always try shooting in a frame rate of 24 FPS if you can. That's 24 frames per second. Filmic Pro has this feature and will allow you to do it. And it is by far the most cinematic looking frame rate, and it works wonders when you have an interview or anything like that. Then orientation. Shoot to fit your medium. Blake definitely touched on this in his presentation. It is so important. You don't want to be holding your phone vertically like this and have a horizontal video playing in the middle of your phone, because it's not utilizing the whole screen, right? For vertical video, you want to have vertical video in your Instagram live, your Instagram stories, TikTok, things like that. But horizontal video is great for just other social media posts. And then also Instagram has a 1-to-1 aspect ratio, and that looks like a square. So that's also something to keep in mind. Then talking about length, I was so excited when I was watching Blake's presentation, because he talked about the 1 to 2 minute sweet spot, and I'll get to that in just a second. But for length, try starting your video off with a bang, right? As Blake said. Something really interesting to get your viewer hooked from the very get-go. Let me show you an example of something that I have done. If I can, let's see, pull it up here really quick. This is a video that I made for New Year's, okay? For a really quick background, I'm just gonna show you the first few seconds, but keep in mind that this is at the end of the Christmas season, right? And we're heading right into the new year, but I walk on wearing a Christmas sweater, and watch what happens.
Oh, hey everyone. With the new year right around the corner, wait, sorry about that. With the new year right around the corner.
That's an example of just a fun little opening that I did. It's funny because, you know, I pulled that sweater off and I used a little bit of camera magic, sure. But the whole idea was to get the viewer's attention right off the bat. And it did. We got a lot of good engagement from that video. So that was really awesome. So you can be as creative as you want with this. I wore a Christmas sweater in my video. And we already saw all of those wonderful examples that Blake showed us. That's fantastic. So because people's attention spans have regressed to record-breaking brevity, try to do your best to keep your video short. Of course, it entirely depends on the content you make, but if it's not a podcast or a recording of a long interview or a Facebook Live or Instagram Live, something like that, for other videos, if you're just addressing a quick question, you know, like the "Did you know" videos, or just a quick frequently asked question in FAQ, it's very important to keep those videos in the 1 to 2 minute sweet spot. That way you will keep your viewers' attention for the entire time. It's no wonder that TikTok and apps like that are doing so well, because everybody's attention is there. If you've ever been on TikTok, you know how addicting it can be. So now we're going to talk about fears and hangups. A lot of people don't like being on camera, and I totally get that. When I first started being on camera, I was kind of, I was a little hesitant to talk, a little hesitant to, speak out and be myself on camera. But as I did it more, it got easier. Perfectionism. This is what to expect. You could be a perfectionist. Chances are, if you are a dentist or an orthodontist or anybody who does things that really require a lot of perfection, then you're going to kind of treat everything maybe in a perfectionistic kind of light. I know I do. I'm a perfectionist. So is perfectionism good or bad? Well, I always think of it like this. Like a lot of other things in life, it makes a good servant, but a terrible master, right? It's good to try to do your best, but if you're not careful, it can keep you from creating anything at all. And we want to avoid that. So keep on pressing on and keep creating. The more you create your videos, the more comfortable you will become on camera. And I know this from personal experience. So be authentic and be yourself. A stumble every now and then is actually okay, right? Just as Blake said, you got to be authentic. A stumble every now and then is okay. In fact, it sometimes makes you just a little bit more relatable. And being yourself on camera will make your viewers tend to listen to you more because it builds trust. Now, post-production. There are a ton of great options for smartphone editing software, and you can download these and use them on your phone to create your videos. You can edit your videos on your phone. This is how far technology has advanced. It's fantastic. Some of the apps that are fantastic quality of functionality are Magisto, Filmora Go, and Adobe Premiere Rush. They're all great quality options. When you're editing, make sure that you balance the volume of dialogue and the background music. Make sure that the music is loud enough to hear, but turn it down enough so that your viewer can actually hear the dialogue. If you have an interview or anything like that, you want to make sure that those words come through loud and clear. Now we're going to talk about B-roll. B-roll is one of my absolute favorite parts of video marketing and video creation just in general. It is fantastic. You have to have B-roll in your video if you can, and it really helps. And it adds a visual spice. It really does. And it keeps people engaged when they're watching your video. It's also a fantastic way to get your point across more clearly. For instance, if I'm making a delicious 3-course dinner, I will want to get extra shots of me chopping up vegetables and sauteing meats, right? It really helps sell your subject matter. Now, how to use video in your marketing. Upload everywhere you can, just as Blake said, to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere you want to, as many places as you possibly can. You want to populate the web with your video marketing content. And then repurpose your content as much as possible for maximum reach. Stories are a great quick way to connect briefly with your followers, and the stories meaning Facebook and Instagram stories. They're a great quick way to connect briefly with your followers and highlight new videos that you've uploaded onto your feed. Once again, don't forget to shoot to fit your medium. And then some ideas for effective videos, along with Blake's ideas, are patient testimonials. These are great videos to have on your website, by the way. Patient testimonials, it's that firsthand review of somebody who just absolutely loves your practice and they can't wait to tell others about it. It's a beaming review. It does wonders. Then you have video bios where they can get to meet you even before they set foot in your door. And then you have procedural videos so that they can clearly understand what procedures and services that you offer. It's great stuff. And then just for fun videos, make sure that you have fun with some of your videos, as Blake shared before, because that is absolutely powerful. I know that I'm entertained every time I see a video like that on my social media feed, and I stick around to watch it. It's fantastic. Then we're going to go on to final steps. Okay, these are the final steps. And see, there's really just a few things that you have to remember here. Stick with your brand. Always touch on your story. Use a fast branded website to showcase your videos. Website speed is very important if you want to keep videos on your website, because videos require a lot of memory. They require a lot of power to actually play. And the fact is, website speed in general is no longer just a luxury for a great website. It's a requirement. Nowadays, it's a requirement. So lastly, videos help SEO. It's evidence of quality content on your website. and topic-based content actually ranks higher in search results. Believe it or not, that is fantastic key point there. Now for technique and communication on camera, this is to help you deliver those lines and hit those marks as best you can. Using a script is entirely up to you and what you are most comfortable with. I know for me personally, I like using a script because if I didn't use a script, then I would be repeating the same sentence over and over and over again until I feel like I got it right or the wording just right. So I like to use a script so that I'm not spending 2 hours in front of the camera trying to say my thing. Other people are naturals and they can rattle off exactly what they want to say within a minute and they don't even have to try again. So like I said, it's entirely up to you. I like to use apps like Big View, which is a great teleprompter app, and Prompt Smart Pro, which is another great teleprompter app. Because they allow you to read and record right off of your phone at the same time. So you can have the teleprompter running on your phone as it's recording you talking to your audience. For writing dialogue, if you elect to write a script, feel free to write how you talk. You don't have to write, like you're writing some nonfiction novel or you don't want to polish your words until they feel like stone, right? You want them to be authentic, right? It will seem more natural and your audience will see you as more genuine. The first few times that you use a teleprompter, you might have to practice because it's really easy to fall into the trap of speaking in a monotone voice when you are reading off a script. This is what I'm talking about, the polishing the words. You can polish the words, but also if you're communicating like this and it's a monotone voice, then you might kind of seem like a robot, and that's not going to really capture anybody's attention, right? So prove that you aren't a robot and that you are a real human being by reading with emotion and variety in your voice. And that way, your viewers will see you as more genuine. They will connect with you better. You will be more relatable to them. They will tend to listen to you more, and you will be the loudest voice on their social media. So that is a very general overview. Let me stop sharing my screen here real quick. That's a very general overview, and it should get you started making videos in no time. If you missed a few points here and there, have no fear. The 7-module video series that you will get has the links to the more in-depth things that I've talked about. Once again, you can follow us, Art of Dental Marketing, on all of our socials, at Art of Dental Marketing and at Pocket Video Coach on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We release regular video content that helps you learn more about effective video marketing. So we will see you over there. Blake?
I was on mute. You'd think I would know how to get off mute after being on Zoom every day, all day for the last year. So thank you, Josh. We appreciate your presentation. We will send an email out to everybody, all registrants, with all these links that Josh and I referred to. So you can join all these groups and follow all these pages that we have for you. If anybody has any questions, please chat those in right now. We can spend a little bit of time answering some questions that you might have. Actually, I see a couple here. Looks like, let's see. What if my video needs to be longer than just a couple of minutes? I think we kind of touched on that, Josh. If there's all different platforms kind of made for different lengths, and I think it's okay if you have longer video. You just might want to put them different places. On your website's a good place. Pin it to the top of, or put it at the top of your Facebook page. So it's not that quick content that people are consuming, but there is still place for long form content, and it's still very valuable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
someone's asking, oh, sorry.
The other thing that I would just throw in there and add to that is is B-roll, right? If your video has to be around 5 minutes long, or you want to keep your viewers' attention more, just remember, B-roll saves a lot of attention. It really keeps your audience watching longer. So B-roll is my favorite thing to use.
All right, someone asked any good tutorials on how to create reels. I need to know how to make those. Great question, Claudia. I didn't dive really deep into the how-to, the step-by-step of how to make some of these videos. I know I just showed kind of good examples of reels. Really, it takes just a little bit of time to try it out and test different things. It's actually, they've made it very, very user-friendly. I've heard TikTok is even easier than Reels, is kind of what people are saying. So you might even want to try TikTok first and then download those videos and post. You can post those videos on your Reels. You can just upload them to your Reels if that's easier. It really just, I don't know, Josh, you have anything to add to that, but it is pretty easy to figure out. They've made it really self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm. It is very user-friendly. You'll find the record button. You just create your video, and there will be options that will be very clear there to add text, captions, or however you want to do that, as well as a way to add music to it. All of those options can be seen around the borders of you making that video. So that's what I would check out.
If I find any good tutorials online, I'll include those with some links in the email. So, okay, if there aren't any other questions, we'll probably wrap it up. We went maybe a tiny bit over time. I'll still watch the questions if any more come in, but thank you so much, Josh, for your time, and good luck everybody in creating your videos. Please tag us in your videos, tag My Social Practice, tag Art of Dental Marketing. We'd love to see what you're creating off of some of these tips that we provided, and we'd offer you any feedback. We'll comment on your posts if you tag us. So we'd love to see them.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody. Well, have a great night, and Josh, have a great night, and we'll talk to you all again later.
Awesome. Yes, you as well. Good night, everyone.
Okay.